All right, am I live? I am live. Today is January 1. January 1st, 2026. I'm going to have to get into the habit of saying 2026 because for the past year I've been saying 2025, and it always takes a couple of days to get used to saying the next year. Back in the day when us old people used to write these things called checks, right? They were these pieces of paper on which you would say, I'm giving Matthew $5 and you would put the date on it, right? You would put the date on which you signed the document. And I remember, because back before online banking, that's how you paid your bills. You would write a check, you would put a stamp on an envelope, and then you would mail it in. Well, it would take me forever to get used to writing the next year. Now, of course, online banking solves all of that. Like who actually writes physical checks? Oh my God. Who writes physical checks anymore other than old people? I don't think anybody does. But it's still going to take some getting used to in order to write the new year. So I hope everybody is here. I hope everybody is ready to go and kick ass for this year. I hope everybody had a great evening. Kirby is here with a happy new year. So Kirby, it's nice to see you survived the evening last night with hopefully no harm done to you or anybody else. So yeah, if you are in the chat room, please drop a like, press the like button, press the subscribe button, and let me know what you did last night. I didn't do much. It was a quiet evening, and then I guess at around 7 o'clock, my wife and I were like sitting around, just kind of like, Now, remember yesterday, I was kind of like, I don't want to go to dinner. Like, I was like, all right, just keep this under the wraps. I don't want to go to dinner. Well, we ended up going to, we did not go to dinner. And that caused somewhat of an argument because I was this was one of the rare times that I just kind of put my foot down and I was like, I don't want to go to dinner. We're not going to dinner. I don't want to go. We're not going. And then she was upset, and then I kind of understood her point because I had said we were going to go, so she was looking forward to going, and now I was reversing it and saying we're not going to go. So I was like, okay, all right, how about a compromise? Why don't we, instead of going to dinner, why don't we go get a drink? And so we did. At around 7 p.m., we left. We went to this bar that's actually not that far from where we live. She had a Long Island iced tea. I had 2 screwdrivers. And then my wife made a grave error, a big mistake. She made a mistake. This is a bar. There's nothing special about this bar at all. Let me see if I can just pull it up. There's really nothing like unusual. Bungalow Lake House in Sterling, Virginia. Nothing crazy about this bar. It's your average run-of-the-mill, just kind of like they play football on Sundays, so it's a good place to go and watch the game and have a couple of brewskis with your buddies, that kind of thing. And so we figured, maybe it'll be a decent atmosphere. Now, we got there early. We got there at around 7:30. So, and, we figured that the festivities wouldn't even begin until closer to midnight. And we were right. As we were leaving, there was a DJ setting up. The DJ went live at 9 o'clock. But the thing about the Bungalow Lake House is my wife, my lovely wife, she had decided that she was going to order calamari. Now, for those of you that don't know, calamari is squid, or is it octopus? Is it squid or octopus? I think it's octopus. It's squid. Okay, so she ordered squid. Now, typically, I generally don't like seafood at all, but there are some seafoods that I'll eat. And there is another bar that we go to over in Reston Town Center called Jackson's. And they have a really good deep fried calamari. And I think that's what my wife was going for when she ordered the calamari here at Bungalow Lake House. I took like 3 bites of the calamari, and then I was like, I don't want any more, because calamari naturally, like fried calamari is like gummy, but this was just like rubbery. Like, I mean, calamari again, it's kind of rubbery, but it's not as rubbery as this was. It was super rubbery. So I had 2 bites of it. My wife destroyed the plate. And then I guess we got home at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And about a half hour afterwards, both of us were like, are we going to puke? Like, are we going to puke? Really, are we going to puke? And it wasn't the drinks. My wife, like I said, she had 1 Long Island iced tea, and I had 2 screwdrivers. I'm sorry, but those drinks are not going to cause us to puke. But the calamari that we had, oh my God, it was not good. And I had, like I said, I had maybe 3 bites, 3, maybe 4 bites. My wife was just like, just eating and eating and eating. And then we were both like, wow, is this how we're going to end 2025, with like puking calamari over the toilet? Like, is that what's in store for us? Luckily, neither one of us puked, though we both felt like we were going to puke. And I will say that I did not puke, but this morning, the calamari had worked its way through my system, and I had to spend some time near a toilet. And I'll let you fill in the blanks there, but it was not pretty. It was not pretty. All right, boys. So I am also broadcasting on. Excuse me. I'm trying Twitch today. I'm going to broadcast on Twitch. I'm trying to figure out like how to. Let me see. I guess if you go to this link that I'm about. Oh, I can't paste it in there. Wait. Sign into chat. Open in web browser. Wait a minute. Wait, no, I got to sign into chat over here. I know. I always begin the streams with like some kind of like tech support kind of thing, but just let me. Okay, that worked. That worked. Okay, so there's Kirby's message. Happy New Year. But I want to be able to respond in line, right? Like, why can't I respond inside of here? Because that's what I'm. Let me see. Test. Kirby is the man, and then it appears, okay, Kirby is the man, but I can't. Why? I want to be able to respond in here. This action cannot be performed inside Streamlad's desktop. Oh, okay, it can't be. All right, well, that's lame. Anyway, Kirby says, "Goddamn kids! I stayed up until 4 a.m. because we had guests over, and those little kids were playing screaming, so I couldn't sleep. Looks like I'm keeping the streak with yesterday all-nighter." All right. So you live at home, don't you, Kirby? Like, you live with your parents. No shame, no shade. By no means am I making fun of that. Like, trust me, like, I have contemplated many times that, like, if for some reason, and I don't count on this happening, but if for some reason like my wife and I split up, I'm going to live with my mom. I mean, I'm going to live with my mom because I'm going to go live with her, and I'm going to save a shit ton of money and just, pay off this house, pay off the next house while I'm living with my mom. And then, yeah. So anyway, but I am curious to know what the dynamics are in your household that what caused you to stay up. But yeah. All right. And also, by the way, I was made breakfast right before this stream. So I'm going to try not to eat too loudly, but you might hear me eating. So good. Breakfast is so good. Best meal of the day, if you ask me. Okay, let me see. Over here. Oh, so good. Give me a second. I gotta wash this down with some soda. Okay, we got that. All right, so Kirby, let me know what you did. Well, I already know what you did last night. Again, if you're in the chat room, or if you're in the Kick chat or the Twitch chat room, let me know what you did last night. I'd be super curious to know how everybody spent their their New Year's Eve. Let me see if I can sign into Twitch. Addy. Trying to sign into Twitch over here, but I don't know if, okay. All right. It's asking for a security code. Let me grab the security code, and then I think we're going to be underway. All right, let me see. There we go. All right. So I supposedly am in the Twitch room. And then let me post a link to the YouTube. For a desktop experience, join us at, and then a link. A link, and then can I pin that? And then I pin it. Perfect. All right, boys. Now I just gotta sit back and wait for the money to start rolling in. That's all I gotta do. Woof. That's some rough stuff right there. All right. Jesus Christ. I know this is why you tune into this channel, is to hear me eating. Oh, the guests' kids. Everyone in my family is an adult. My family is usually pretty calm, but every year it's the same kids coming over. It's starting to feel like some kind of tradition. Well, you're 19, I believe, Kirby. So how old are the kids? I'm curious. And correct me if you're not 19. For some reason, 19 is what's floating around in my head. All right. So, for New Year's, I ate, drank, and slept. 18. Oh, Kirby's 18. Wait a minute. I hope you were drinking tea or water or maybe an energy drink. But at 18... you are not drinking alcohol, young man. No, sirree. No. We can't have that. Don't age me up. I wonder where the Discord crew is. Let me see if Matthew's around. Okay, the event did come through. Not sure has no excuse because I know he's not working. Not sure. Where are you? Matthew. See, they used to love me. And then what happened was I went to South Korea and my streams were not consistent for a little while. And now that my streams are not consistent, they've moved on to brighter and greener pastures. And so they don't have time for little old Addie anymore. Little old Addie is just last year's news. Little old Addie is so 2025, and now we're in 2026. I tried a sip of red wine. It tasted disgusting. Well, here's the thing about wine. Well, okay. First of all, yes, I would say most alcohol in general tastes disgusting. That's just kind of how it is. For red wine, for me, from my personal preference, I learned this a while ago, that I like wines that have no hint of sweetness. Absolutely not a trace of sweetness. They need to be light, a light wine, and I don't mean color, it's just with the taste. Like when you drink them, it hits very lightly. So it has to hit lightly, it has to not be sweet, and then it, like my soda, where that burns a little bit, my wine, in order for me to enjoy wine, it has to hurt a little bit, like it has to be very acidic when I drink it. And I've learned that comes from high tannins. Now, I just happened to learn this because I was at a restaurant and he gave me a couple of different wines and I tried a few, told him which ones I like, and he said, "Oh, you like wines with high tannins." So ever since then, if I go to a wine store and I'm looking for wine, I will ask the wine people, I want something that's not sweet, something that's very light, and something that has lots of tannins. And generally, if I get that, like it's a wine that, I don't know that it would taste good, but it tastes pleasant, I guess. But here's the second thing about wine. The second thing about wine, Kirby, no matter how shitty wine tastes, the more you drink, the better it tastes. right? Because the more you drink, the drunker you get, the less you care. So that's just a pro tip. If you take a sip of wine and you're like, ugh, that's disgusting, well, chug it, wait a minute, and then it'll start to taste good. That's how it works. That's how it works. But I still want to know what you're doing at 18 taking a sip of red wine. I'm going to put in an anonymous report with the police department, and I'm going to have Child Protective Services come out and check in on you and make sure that everything's okay. Blink twice if you need help, Kirby. Blink twice. All right. Okay. So I wanted to get these door mechanic scripts, these door interaction scripts, working. Well, they work, but I wanted to get them in a more cohesive manner. Let me pause let me close my Naughty Boy browser. And so this is the ticket we're working on right now. And then there is a, okay, right here. So add hover text. Add hover text to all door and drawers and other relevant things. This should actually be, let's see. Add hover text and open close functionality to all applicable things. All right. So we can do this. Let's see. So that saves the description. I'm just going to put this here for my own sanity a little bit. When a user hovers over a door, a drawer, they should get a message on screen telling them how to interact, if possible, with the item. This message could also say things like, this door is locked, or this door requires a key to open. Pressing Q should open the door/drawer unless it is locked, of course. Okay, I think that's good for now, and I think that's what we're going to work with. Kirby says, I took one sip and didn't like it. Please don't call child services on me. And how am I even supposed to blink now? Because, by the way, I'm 18 now, so I'm officially over everyone, and everyone is below me. Blink twice if you need help. It's okay. It's okay. Kirby, it's okay. It's okay. 18, you're still a baby, so it's okay. I hated that when I was 18. The thing is I can see it from both perspectives, right? Like when you're 18, when you're 19, when you're 20, you're like, I'm 18 now, bitch. I'm an adult, bitch. Right? Like that's what's in your mind. Maybe not to the aggressive extent to which I just displayed, but to some extent, you are thinking like, I'm 18. Like I'm, but the older you get and the more removed you get from 18, the more you realize that 18 is just kind of a kid. It just kind of is. And honestly, I would say that adulthood, like proper adulthood, men probably do not enter proper adulthood until they're probably close to 30, if not in their 30s. Just how it goes. That's just how it is. Women, I think, are a little bit different because we all know that women mature sooner than men. But even women make stupid childlike decisions like kind of forever. But I would say women probably mid-20s, mid to late 20s is like when they finally enter adulthood. Kirby says, by the way, I was thinking last night about your game. I'd like you to add a function that keeps the light on until you explicitly turn it off, even when you switch items. More realistic. Are you talking about the flashlight? It already exists. All right. So, let's talk about the hover. So, we have we have this where I have try interact door, but only when you press Q. And then there's this. This is attached to the actual doors. This is, I can tell already that this is kind of incomplete, right? Because this has like an adjacent door. And what that is if you have a double door and you open one, they should both open up, that kind of thing. Is this, okay, cache the transform using transform directly always uses get component behind the scenes. So this script was taking up about 50% of the CPU time at the time of change with get component call alone. I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that's about. All right. So let's find out where the door interaction script is attached. That is, well, let's look. Door interaction. I got a matching case. So let me just unmatch case. There we go. Okay, so it must all be done in the inspector, which is fine. We just go into the inspector, right? And then we just do door interaction. And then we can go find references in project. Oh, excuse me. And then that's going to come over here. Okay. So that's kind of what I thought. It is part of the player prefab. So it's going to be attached here. Door interaction script. Interaction distance. Okay, so let's take I'm pretty sure interaction distance is like how close you need to be to something before you actually can interact with it. And then let's see, door interaction distance is right here. I'm not sure where I'm caching the player camera. Oh, the player camera is from where I do the raycast. Okay, so camera main, get down. Okay. We have the raycast, which starts at the origin of the camera, and then it just goes forward at that point. So that's a normal raycast hit. If physics raycast hit interaction distance. Okay, so I don't know what performance. I know what I want to do. I do know what I want to do. So this is, I'm going to put some notes here. This script, this is attached to doors and drawers. I'm going to do doors, drawers, and other things that open and close. Okay, so this script would actually be attached to a door. This is going to be attached to the player. This is attached to the player. I'm going to say to the character. To the character. To a character. Now, this buttons governs how interact with open, close, open and closable doors. Open up and closable thing. I think what I need to do, make this generic and a little different. Let's talk about this. Think of, do you write all the code? Yeah. I don't know what the question is. How can you remember all of that? I'm not sure what you're talking about. How can I remember? Be more specific. Rewrite the question saying, how can you remember or whatever it is you're talking about? Because I've already forgot what you're talking about. See how good my memory is? Okay. Governs how the character. So I think what we'll do is this door mech script. What is a word for something that is openable and closable? Let's ask ChatGPT. I need a good single word for something that's openable and closable. I can't believe neither Matt nor Not Sure are here. I am pissed off. But Matt, I love Matt, but he's going through his own stuff. He's going through his own tough time. And that's fine, because we are all entitled to go through tough times. Lord knows I've been through plenty of tough times. Usually they're women related, but then there's cancer, then there's job stuff. So, we've all been through tough times. Right? So I believe Matt is going through somewhat of a challenging time. Let's put it like that. He is going through a challenging time. Not Sure has no excuse. He has no excuse. Okay. I need a single word that describes something as openable and closable. This is for a computer video game that I am writing. All right. How can you remember all the logic of your game? It's complicated. I would say, well, first of all, I don't think you do. Like, you don't remember all the little intricate logic. But I don't think it's too different than writing a novel, right? Where you kind of know the general like, I would imagine, I've never written a novel. I've attempted to. Like, I've gotten pretty far into novels that I've written. And you don't remember every little minutia. But you definitely remember, like, okay, this character dies, and then in the next chapter, they go to his funeral, and that's where we meet the sister who's sleeping with the dead character's brother, and like you remember those kinds of things. So I think it's very similar here. Interactable. No, we have an interactable. And interactable is different. Interactable means you can interact with it. I want something that specifically says this is for opening and closing. Okay, operable it's okay. Toggleable, openable, interactive, actionable, usable. Recommended for games. Toggleable, operable. Maybe we just go with openable, because I would say 9 times out of 10, if something is openable, then it's closable, right? Let's just go with openable. So what I want to do, I'm basically going to use this over here on the left-hand side. I will attach this to things that are openable and closable. Toggleable is good. My issue with toggleable is that it could also mean on and off. It can mean dead alive. It can mean true false, right? So that's my only issue with toggleable. What I want is an interface that defines this thing as openable and closable. And then through that interface, I can therefore say open this thing or close this thing. So let's start down here. Let's just start at the bottom. We're probably eventually going to erase this, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. And I'm going to start down here. So let's see. Public interface. We're going to go with openable. Name, subject to change, right? Subject to change. So this is not terrible what AI came up with, right? Wait, what? Oh my God, I am so sorry. Whoa. I am so sorry. That was disgusting. That was straight out of gross. That was straight out of gross. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. All right. Sorry, just dealing something over here. So ideally, what would happen is, okay, let's think about the ideal world. Let's think about the ideal functionality, and then we'll work backwards from it. So ideally, we would attach this interface. This interface would be very self-contained. We would attach the interface to something, to like a door or a drawer or another door. And then there would have to be a concrete interface that actually opened and closed the thing. So let's kind of just start basic. All right. So here we go. We have these doors, right? This door, this left door, and this right door. What we can do... Now, I know if Matthew was here, he would have a heart attack because I'm like having two different interfaces in the same file. Fine. I will instead... Let's see. Scripts. Interactions, I guess. So I see I have a drawer interactable. I have a door interaction. Let me see something. I want to get a better sense of what is going on. So let's come over here. Easy now, boys. Just take it easy. But yeah, then I woke up at 3:30, had to go do some business because of the goddamn octopus or squid or whatever the hell it was. Had to go do some business with that. And then I woke up again at 5:30 and finally got to bed. But bad, honestly. What's bad? In C# interface members shouldn't store state because it's static, so it doesn't put... What state's being stored in the interface? What state is being stored? There's no state being stored. There's no in this. There's no state being stored. There's no right here. Openable. What state? What state? There's no state. Ugh, God, I can't stand junior engineers that think they know everything. All right, so let's see. We're gonna come over here, and then we're just going to. Bull is open. That's... Jesus, give me the strength. Jesus, give me power. Jesus, give me the strength. Give me the strength. Give me the power. Okay, I can do it. Look at it again, Kirby. Look at it again, and you'll realize I'm right. There is no state. All right, so let's see. All right, so what did I want to do? What am I doing? Kirby's gotten me all distracted with insisting there's state where there is no state. I'm going to paste it again. Where's the state? Where's the variable? Where's the variable? All right. So, door interaction. What is... we need a new script. Door interaction. Okay, that's the one. This is the one that goes on the player. This is attached to the character. And then drawer interactable. This makes it an item entity. Maybe I just need to make the doors and shit item entities. I think actually that is the way to go. Because that... that's what I put it there for. Item interaction, game entity, item interactable. Is that an interface? Item interactable is in fact an interface. Ooh, look at that. That's a mess to do. Clean up this. What did I write? Can item interactable and character interactable be deleted? Remember to tell Matthew that he's a dirty Englishman. All right. Did you figure it out yet, Kirby? Did you figure out that there is no state there? Did you figure it out? Or do you need me to tell you why you're wrong? Let me know. Sorry, I'm picking on Kirby. I gotta remember when I was 18, I thought I knew everything too. When I was 18, I was a little jerk who was convinced he was smarter than everybody else. And then life slowly humbles you. It slowly humbles you. And then you realize that, like, nah, I'm smarter than a lot of people, but I'm not smarter than everyone. So that's the thing. All right. Another bite of this. So for breakfast today, I'm having scrambled eggs. It's not scrambled. It's what my wife calls a Thai omelet. She's Thai. With onion. I chopped up an entire avocado. And then with some rice. Put it in a bowl and just mixed it all together with a little bit of yum yum sauce. Yum yum. Kirby, my bad in Java. Every variable declared inside an interface is implicitly public static and you can't do anything about it. Well, the thing is, Kirby, and let me go back to this. Here, I'll make it bigger. There is no variable declared here. There's no variable in that interface. There's no variable. This, I know this is probably what's confusing you. This is really no different than this. I don't know how to do it in C#. I don't know, like, if it was a pure abstract. Basically, this is basically an abstract function. This is a getter, right? But we haven't really decided, like, what it's getting. So it's that you can think. I think it's a little bit more than a function, but not a variable. But it's not a variable. So I think that's what was throwing you off. But no, it's not. In Java, I have no idea. I mean, you might be completely right in Java. No idea how it works in Java. I'm just talking about C#. All right, so let's see. Why is open a get only property? What's the point? Because this is an interface. So eventually you would set it in because you would have some class that public class door openable, right? So the AI did well on this. Here, now that it's a setter and it actually has values inside of door, it becomes a variable. Basically, you said, okay, I need a function called isOpen that is going to return a bool. That's it. That's all you're saying. That's all you're saying inside of the interface. Now, inside a door, you're saying, what bool is it returning? How is that bool like set, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So up here at the top, all you're saying is, well, I just need something that returns isOpen. That's it. And isOpen's a bool. That's it. I'm going to dance. That's it. On the bottom part, that's where you actually talk about the implementation. So a good use case for this, and I mean, like, now you start talking about, so Kirby, I don't know, like, if you want to go into programming professionally, but if you do, you're going to, like, with things like this, you probably would be asked a question of, like, give an example of inheritance, right? Which is a very basic, especially if you're going for like a junior or mid-level programming position, you're going to be asked about, inheritance. And so you would be asked like, what scenario would you do this? Or like when would this become available? Like, when would this become useful? So let's think about something like, I'm not going to do all the meat of the classes, but let's say you have a public door, right? And then you have a public safe, right? Openable. And then let's say you have a public class window. And let's just leave it at that, right? So now what you do, now remember, this is an interface. So let me put this here. I'm going to put that there, and hopefully the AI will pick up that I want to change it. Yes. So now think about, let's think about a list of IOpenable things, right? So here the AI is going through and it's creating this list of eye-openable things. So it's creating a concrete door, it's creating a concrete, and when I say concrete, I don't mean like made of concrete. I mean concrete as in it has an actual definition. So now I've put all of these things into a list for whatever reason. Now, this is a very contrived and very unrealistic example, but I want to get the point across. So what this allows you to do now is, let's say you have this list and the AI, this abstraction here allows you to just iterate through the list and test each one to see if it's open. And that's where the open comes from. Or actually, it's opening it. If not, is open. So this is a test. This is a test of a virtual method, which was defined here in the interface. Now, is it actually a virtual method? I can C#, like, I don't know. I guess. I mean, in C++, you don't have getters and setters, which I wish you did. I mean, you have to do them the old-fashioned way. But anyway, okay. So let's move on. I wanted to check Twitch, see if there's anybody there. There is nobody in Twitch. Oh, there's one person in Twitch. All right. Let me take another bite of my breakfast, and then we're going to get started. Okay. So, I think if I just make them, so this door mechanic script right here, I think if I just make this an item entity is the way to go. An interface is a good way to start 2026. Yes, it is, Matthew. The man, the myth, the British legend. I was just talking shit about you, Matthew. I was like, like, Matthew's really struggling because he wants to come out of the closet, but he's afraid that people aren't going to like him if he's like, because if he's like gay and trans and a furry, he's really concerned that people are going to reject him. But so we know your struggle, Matthew. We know, and I know you're concerned that like after you come out, that we're going to treat you different. And the truth is, we will. But that's fine. I mean, we will still be friends with you in private. We'll just deny being friends with you in public. So it's fine. But what's the big deal? All right. Sorry, Matthew. Okay, I want to see where the door mech script is used. All right, so I can come over here. And I can go find references. All right. So it's used in quite a few places, like the doors, the fridge. The fridge. Oh. The fridge. It's used on the fridge. All right. Calm down, Addie. Calm down. The problem is, these are all using a door mech script. So I think what I could do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the door mech script become an item entity. That should get me the hover text as well as the E to interact. That should get me the hover text. That should get me the open and close functionality. Maybe. Then what I'll do after that is I will subclass it as needed. So look at this. Like there's there's a fridge, right? So we might need a class that says fridge door, because I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, those aren't variables, they're properties. Now I see you have to define a property with a getter, more or less. I gotta get rid of this music. Kirby, was it you last night that suggested a song? Let's see. I think it was you yesterday, Kirby, that suggested a song. If you are in the chat room and you would like to hear another song, go ahead and recommend it. Let's hear it. Matthew, anybody else, mystery listeners? Or if you're over on Twitch, go ahead, recommend a song. We'll listen to it. The thing is, my channel's not monetized yet. Hopefully one day, maybe, but it's not monetized yet. So until it's monetized, I'll just keep playing copyright music. All right. I'm going to let Addie pick a song. Let's see. I know what we're going to listen to. We're going to listen to a song that I tried to get Matthew to listen to, and then he was like, "Ugh, no, this is not me." But I love this song. I want to listen to the explicit version. Now, Kirby, I know your ears are. I know you're delicate and young, so just cover your ears for this song. I'm sorry, Kirby. I need to stop teasing you. I'm poking fun at you. Okay? Just if I poke fun at you, just think about it like this. In 40 years, you'll be close to 60. In 40 years, I'll be dead. So just remember that. And it's all good. I guess I could be alive, but look me in the eyes and lie to me, act like I believe it. I love that line. Okay. This could be us. So back to what I was saying. This could be us when she playing. So is it the item interactable or the game entity that gets me I think it's the item interactable. Let's look. Yeah. Hover text, interactions, on focus, defocus, interact. Okay. So it's the item interactable. So I do not need to make all the drawers and everything a game entity. That's good. Before that girl said anything, she gotta say please. Say please. And I know they really wish we would fall. To be fall, I'm the big bad wolf. It's a fool. Move on, put some money in the air, girl, and watch your dreams hit the floor. Then don't leave the buzz on this drug. Girl, wait till 5 for a local club. Killing so much vibe should be a fucking crime. Wasting so much time should be a fucking crime. Spin the bottle. Spin the fucking bottle. The reason why it's empty, baby, spin the bottle. No, there, no, you don't need no problem. Spin the bottle, spin the fucking bottle. If you're the reason why it's empty, spin the fucking bottle. Oh, God, it's a good song. All right, quick question, Kirby. Oh, wait, you're asking Matthew. Just ask the question. Don't even say quick question. Just ask the question. Matthew might answer, but you might need to pay him a few pence because he doesn't take cash; he takes pence. You might need to pay him a few pence in order for him to answer your question. All right, I'm just gonna put this on repeat. I'm surprised I don't have to override it. Okay, public virtual string. I'm going to keep it virtual because this door mechanism script, I might end up subclassing it later. How do you play animations in Unity? Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Excuse me. Well, actually playing the animations is not that hard. I fooled around with actually creating animations, and I would probably have to go through the tutorial again. It's not probably, I would. And it's basically the interface. I remember there's like a timeline, and then you click like a second later, and then you move the arm, and then you click on the timeline a second later, and you move the arm up, and then so basically you have to go through each one and then like move it. It's almost like stop motion animation. Now I'm sure there's better ways to do it, to make those animations. And especially now with like AI and all the tools, there's probably ways where you could do like motion capture, right? Like where you probably just wear a green suit and you throw a ball, then you can import that into Unity somehow. So, but then after that, it kind of becomes pretty easy because the animations, you can name the animations. And then at some point you just say like, play the name of the animation, and then it plays it. So yeah, so that's how you would do animations. That's a very rough. I'm trying to figure out where. Let me see. It was on Green Guy that there's an animation. Let me look up. Let me see. So when I tell him to follow me, that's when the animation is played. So let's see. Interactions, follow, and then follow. Trying to figure out where in the world I have that animation at. Yeah, I don't remember. If the game ever works again, I'll show you. Like if we get this working in a few minutes, I'll show you how the animation. But yeah, like Matthew says, there's like an animation play. Yeah, play for existing one. Is that it? Let's see. Dot play. Animation play idle. Animator set trigger refuse blink. Oh, okay. So this was, yeah, blink twice routine. Okay. Anyway, I'm all distracted. And I'm bringing down the house. I don't want to bring it down. Stop it. And I said today, I was like, I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run today. I think I'm going to run today, boys. I think I'm going to run. Let's see. How do we do this? This would be, let's see, get this. I could do get, and then do I need a colon? Is it like that? What's the syntax exactly? Is it that? Is that not it? Get? Hey, look. Let's match the case. Is it this? I just want some brackets, bitch. Is it that? It has to be this. Okay, it doesn't like the brackets. But then if it's equal greater than, that only allows me a one-liner. I don't want a one-liner. I want more than one line. Oh, here we go. I think I see the problem. No suitable method found to override, but it comes from iInteractable. Matthew, when's the big move? When does the year of Matt begin? The year of Matt. That's what I want to know. When does the year of Matt begin? This is not virtual. But it's an interface, so maybe it doesn't need to be virtual. Okay, that works. That works. So, interactable. The 10th. Hell yeah. You excited? Have you told the gentleman with which you reside? Have you told him? You know, I still, and I don't know how much you do or don't want me to talk about this, but that Reddit post you made where there were people coming in, like let me know if I can talk about that, because I want to rant on that, and if not, that's fine. I'll find something else to rant about. But oh my God, it's just the idiocy of people on Reddit. How do you get through life being so stupid? Like literally, like just so. Oh my God. Oh, it was infuriating. It was so infuriating. Let me know if I can rant on that. If not, that's fine. I'll move on. But oh my God. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I basically want hover text. Okay, is this going to tell me doorbell? This might be opposite, but I'm not sure. Let's just do this. If doorbell, press E to close, and then let's just do this. I don't need an else. Why do I need an else? Okay, so there's that. Interactions. Yes, and yes, some packing to do. Yet keep that to mod chat, please. All right, I'll keep it to mod chat. So basically what was happening was Matthew was trying to go to FurryCon, and like there was somebody that already was wearing his furry outfit, and so he got into a fist fight with the guy, And then the guy pushes Matthew and he falls in the mud and gets his furry outfit all ruined. And it was completely the guy's fault. So now Matthew has like a $1,400 dry cleaning fee for his furry outfit. And now he has to take the guy to court. It was ridiculous. And so Matthew posted on Reddit like, hey, is it fair that I should have to pay out of pocket because the guy pushed me and now my furry outfit is ruined? And people were like, well, what were you doing wearing the same outfit as this other furry guy? And Matthew was like, well, I had my outfit first and this guy just didn't like that he was the one who had to, it was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. I don't understand the furry community. If you have questions about the furry community, I suggest you ask Matthew, but it is just a big mystery to me. I just don't get it. All right, so let's see. So if we focus on focus. What is on focus doing with these other things? Let me see. It's not doing anything. That's interesting. That is interesting. Wait a minute. What's happening over here? Okay, sorry. Okay, let's see. Once again, there's nothing going on over here. So debug, I think we're just going to have some debug log messages for now. On defocus. Interact. So the thing here is just by setting the Boolean, which I really don't like. I really don't like it. I mean, maybe it's okay. It just feels awkward to set the Boolean and then by setting the Boolean. And by setting the Boolean, the thing opens or closes. I don't know why. That just feels weird. And then, okay, AI here with the adjacent door logic, which I appreciate. If adjacent door is not equal to null, adjacent door dot bool equals, it should just be door bool, right? I don't know that I need to actually flip again. I'm just going to delete the debug statements. I don't know that I need them. Can you put the statement after the if, or I'm sorry, before the if in C#? Because in Perl, there's a language you probably haven't heard about in a long time. You can do this. In Perl, you can do oh my God, stop auto completing. A equals A plus. You can do this. You could do A equals A plus 1. I know it doesn't make any sense. If X is greater than 10. Which I think is cool. Like, there have been times where, like, maybe not in this example, but there have been times where I was like, I wish I could do that. There's also, you could also, how would you use it? You could do X equals star unless Y is less than 5. Which I'm not too happy about, but like, again, sometimes I could see its usefulness. The unless though, I'm not as big a fan of, because it kind of requires you to do this extra kind of flip in the logic in your mind. Like X equals star unless, y is less than 5. So wait, what if y is 5? What if y is 5 exactly? Well, y is not less than 5, so x is not equal to star. Like it's I don't know. That requires a little. But Perl is an interesting. Is Perl still being used? I'm surely somebody's using it. Is Perl still being used in 2026? Yes, Perl is still used in 2026, primarily for maintaining critical legacy systems, biometric information, bioinformatics, and niche scripting. But its mainstream has been significantly declined, with newer languages like Python and Go taking over. Perl was. I began my career a long time ago. I began my career in 1999. Until like 2001, I was doing C++, specifically Visual C++. Woo. AKA Windows. Then around 2001 until I think 2006 or so, I was doing the same thing. I was doing C++ as well, but I was also doing a lot of Perl programming. I was maintaining this legacy system at AOL for how they did translations, or translations or localization, internationalization, et cetera, et cetera. And then 2007, I would say to 2010, that's when I started working in C#. And I worked in C# for a long time. But not only was I working in C# at that position, I was also working in Perl. And not only was I working in Perl at that time, I was also working in Visual Basic. Gross. And then at around 2010, I got another job. And then until 2010, 2011, I was still working in C#. And then 2011 until today, I was working in C++. So that's my career in a nutshell. Okay, I don't know who asked for that, but now you know. Now you know. Okay, all right. So let's see. We get this. We got that. Okay, we got that door. Okay, so the door mech has implemented the interactable interface. And then if I go to the player, if I go to player interactor, it should just pick it up, right? It should just... That wasn't it. Check interactions. Where's check interactions called? Is it called an updates? It is updates. It is called an update. Check interactions. We have a raycast. We put the raycast out, and then we see if we've collided with an interactable. If we have collided with an interactable, then we display the hover text. Okay, so now anything that has that door mech script should display hover text. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. There's a lot of talking and a lot of work to accomplish very little, but that's kind of how we do things here. Okay, let's see. Oh, but it says E. It should say Q. It needs to say Q. It needs to say Q. Okay, Q. I think this needs to be Q. But then the .E should still be somewhere. Yeah, right here. .E. Yes, doing the primary action. Okay, so that's good. What is this? This is the same. Okay, this is some junk code. Okay, so that worked well. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. The other thing I want to fix, I'm going to fix this on the, what is this? How can I get to the prefab from the model on the scene? I guess I could just go to PFB building, PFB building full. I don't even use interfaces often, but when I do, it feels good. You need to be using them more often. Just use them more often. I'm disappointed. If you're not using interfaces more often, you're doing it wrong. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this has the door met script on it. This does too. I think the door bool just dictates whether it's open or closed. Okay, so this looks good, right? Like, what's the big deal? Like, this should be working. If I go edit the script, yeah, this is the same script, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the scene. And then I guess what I could do is I could go here, and then I could go to... Is it apply all? Which one takes the prefab settings and puts it onto the one in the scene? Is that apply all? I'm going to wait for Matthew. I'm waiting for Matthew. I'm going to assume it's apply all, but I'm going to wait for Matthew's confirmation. Okay, so let's just be clear. I'm highlighting the one that's in the scene, and I'm going to take the settings from the prefab and put them onto the one in the scene. And you are saying I should select revert all. Really? Revert all overrides. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Okay. I don't know that that did anything. I don't... left door. Okay. Left door. I want to know why both doors, like why the doors aren't opening automatically. Let's go try it now that I've done the revert all and all that. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but let's just for bells and whistles, you know, for the giggles, okay, kids? Let's just do it for the giggles. All right, so we've got our text. Okay, the text still says E. You need to press Q. Okay, we broke it. We broke it. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. No, not Jormac. We want Dormac. Oh, wait. Player interactor. That's the primary action. That should be E. What did I just change? I changed something to Q. All right, well, let's look at the source code. Man, I just don't know. Just don't know. No, not that. This, I think we can push. This, okay, so it was player interactor. Interact. Current focus interact, and then door mech interact does this. Huh. I need a nap. That's what I need. I'm about ready to take a nap, too. Okay. Let's see if we get in here. Okay. All right. I don't know what Matthew did to break this. But then there, oh my! So not only was Matthew like really upset about his furry costume getting ruined, so he was also like Kirby. There's lots going on in this mod chat. There's tons going on. He was talking also about how, now get this, Matthew has a master. Like it's bizarre, right? Like he has like he'll wear the whole collar thing and go out in public on a leash, and he was talking about how his master, like how Matthew needed to go to the bathroom, and like they take this dog play only so far, but Matthew still prefers to go and use human toilets, even though he refers to himself as a dirty little slave dog. His words, not mine. And so, but apparently the master was like, no, you are a dirty little slave dog, and you're gonna go in the park with all the other dogs. And then this just started a huge fight, which ended up resulting in Matthew ripping off the collar in protest and breaking it. And this is like a $600 collar. Like it was like pure leather lined in jewels. Like it was ridiculous. Like Matthew's life is so like, I don't get it. Like the furry stuff, the dog stuff. I don't understand it, but I think that's probably how all English people do it. I don't know, but I want no part of it. That's all I know. All right, so now we got that done. Let's go over here. Okay, we got that. Well, isn't that a pickle? All righty. Isn't that a pickle? Okay, so we did get in there. Current focus is the right door. I did not enjoy my cup of tea that day. Oh, excuse me. I mean, Doorbell, where are this? I gotta rename that. Doorbell false, so Doorbell should be true. Huh. All right. I have an idea. I do have an idea. At least I thought I did. There were two things I changed. One was like just like a throwaway thing. But now I forgot what it was already. This. I don't think that's going to matter, but I'm going to change it back just in case, because you never know when these stupid things. Like, how many times have you like changed something and you're like, oh, that's not going to make a difference. No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And then you change it and you're like, oh, that broke everything. What even happened to that house? The code was fine, but something in the house prefab changed. Are you mocking me? You're mocking me. Don't mock me, sir. Do not mock me, good sir. Wait a minute. We may have two things competing. Now that I look at this. This is attached to the character and governs how the character interacts with the open and closable thing. But that is also here. I think we have too many things trying to do the same thing. I think we have this doing this, but then we also have this doing this. Phone call? No. That's weird. Oh. Oh, I did get a phone call. Oh, I didn't get a phone call. I got some pictures. Okay. So, do you see what I'm saying? Because I think, and I think it probably worked before I changed one of the E's to Q's, because then they weren't competing. But now that I changed the E to a Q, they're competing. So basically, we have the interaction menu, which is an abstract way of trying to open and close the doors, right? So the interactor abstracts the opening and closing of doors. But then we also have this which is the concrete way of opening and closing doors. So what we're going to do is we're just going to change this to P. Okay, we're just going to change it to P just for now to see if that fixes it. And then if it does, we'll see about deleting door interaction altogether. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Kirby, did that make sense? Let me know if I'm on the right track, Kirby. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Yes! Yes! God damn it, it's hard being this smart. Yeah! Now, of course, my batches are up to 1,600, but that's probably because I have a very detailed house that I just opened the door on. Yes! I think Kirby left a while ago. Kirby! So at night when my wife and I get in bed, the dog hops in bed with us automatically. And then one of the cats, the black cat, his name is Mu Ping. And he likes to sleep with us too, but you have to call him to bed. And I don't just go, Mu Ping! Psst, psst, psst. No. I make it sound like a desperate housewife that's like, and I'll literally do this, go, moping, moping. And I'll do that, and then he'll eventually come running. It's pretty cute. Okay, so since I'm a genius, we were able to fix this, which is good. So I am not convinced we need the door interaction script to begin with. You see what I mean? So I'm going to try, let's see, door interaction. Where is that is that referenced in script anywhere? No, it's just referenced in some help text, which is getting deprecated. Okay. And so I think, let's try it this way first. Let's just comment everything out and make sure it works. But then I think we'll delete that. We'll check everything in, and then we'll call it a day because I'm going to go shower. I will probably be back later today. What am I waiting for? Okay, this. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Oh, it's beautiful, man. That's so beautiful. Let's make sure other buildings work too. Look, I get the hover text. Oh, man, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh. So there are still some discrepancies, like it's saying press E to open and close the drawer when actually I'm pressing Q. E doesn't do anything. E doesn't turn the lamp on or off. Q is what turns the lamp on and off. But still, this is actually very encouraging. This is actually very encouraging. So, and then we're getting the hover text on everything. We're getting the hover text on things I didn't even know you could open. And so I think what's happening here is that you can open these things. However, the open and closed transforms are not defined. I should say the open transform is not defined. I remember having to do that on like the on the drawer, like on this drawer. I had to go and basically say, okay, what is the transform look? Because there's like open rotation, closed rotation on the door. So it's a similar situation on the drawer. You have to give it the open and close transform. So we got to go through and do that. But no, this is cool because now we're getting hover text on all the doors, and the doors just kind of work. Yeah. And then it should be easy enough, right? So like we did it here on this script. It should be easy enough if/when we want to basically just subclass this out or extend this, but basically to like require you have a key or some shit like that, right? Like it should be easy enough to do that. But yeah, no, this is cool. This is cool. I am encouraged. Let me check this in. I don't know what I changed on those prefabs. I'm just checking it all in. Okay. Hover text on doors and other openable items. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm probably gonna go downstairs, hang out on the couch with my wife and work on this some more. But yeah, thanks guys, Matthew. Everybody else, Kirby, who joined, thanks for joining. Matthew, even though I'm disappointed in you because you joined so late. I remember when you used to be cool. You used to be an awesome guy, and then you met this other friend who's got you into like furries and leashes and stuff, and now you're like never here. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I hope you get the help you need. All right, guys. I'll see you in the Discord. Be sure to join the Discord and all that crap. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye, boys.